How's it going, good people? Today's video, we're going to be talking about minifying files. Now, if you've never heard of minified files, basically these are files that are condensed in their size and contents and are known to have great benefits. My name is Kenny. This is Tech Talk with RHT Services, where I talk about software development, web development, and all kinds of things related to tech. Now, I have the Parallax website in the minified and non-minified versions. Now, I have two files here to demonstrate why, or the purpose of minifying and why you should be doing it. When this website becomes productionalized, I will be running only the minified version of this. However, in development, sometimes I will turn off the minification features to make the building and debugging process much easier and faster. As you see, the minified file is 26.1 kilobytes. The non-minified file is 38.8 kilobytes. So roughly a difference of 12 to 13 kilobytes. Now you're probably thinking, well, if it's the same file, how is it reduced in file size? And that's a great question. So this is the minified file. As you see, it is set up to be formatted in HTML, but it is not, and the IDE sometimes has issue with this, understanding the syntactical highlighting of minified files. Let's see if it, nope, wrong thing. Let's see if I can get it to see HTML. There we go. All right, so because it's minified, it's having some difficulties, and yeah, so it's picking up some of this stuff. And as you see, it's syntactically highlighting things as I unminify it. So it knows that it is an HTML file, but because it's minified, it's having some difficulties. Now, why is this important? Well, oh, and by the way, this is also the non-minified file. As you see, it is here. It has the blank spaces here. Now, part of this is because of the fact of the MK docs building out this file. And if you have some if conditions in here, it will leave blank lines in between and so forth. There may also be like this indentation, so this white space here and whatnot. Now, as far as you and I are concerned, having this indentation and the white space here does make it easier to read the code that is here. As far as the web browser is concerned, though, it doesn't need that indentation. It doesn't need these white spaces and spaces here to separate the various sections. All it's doing is taking in the ones and zeros and the various characters there are, and then rendering a page out. Now, in terms of page speed, the minified file will be delivered faster than the non-minified file on the same connection with the connection of the same internet speed. The reason being, the minified file is smaller, and it also doesn't have that additional white space contained in it. Now, why should you minify your files? Well, when you minify your files, the page will load faster because of the fact it's less content that has to be sent across the internet or wherever it's coming from. Even if it's internal to the network, it takes less time to send a smaller package than it does to send a bigger package. Likewise, the search engines will optimize a site when it has, or they will better, let me rephrase that. The search engines will better rank a website that has a faster load time because of the fact people want to get the content that they're looking for and get to it fast. Now, you're probably thinking, what? But yes, Google has within, I'm not sure how long ago they did it, but they started factoring in the page load times into the search engine rankings. Meaning, if your website or web page on your website takes 5 seconds to load, it's not going to rank that high. Google looks for ideally under 2 seconds of load time. Thus, why you have the usage of CDNs and which are content delivery networks, and then these minified files as another way of getting that content to the destination faster. I also want to let me show you this right here as well, because I have the JavaScripts that I created. And so as you see, the non-minified file is 5.6 kilobytes. And then the minified file is 3.9 kilobytes. This file will obviously load faster. So when you factor in this JavaScript file in addition to the HTML file itself, so let's do this. So minified 26.1, so we'll say 26 for the sake of rounding. And then the minified script file, which is 3.9 kilobytes. So 26. So you're looking at under 30 kilobytes to deliver those two files. This file by itself is over 30 kilobytes, and actually 38. So let's say approximately 39, and then 5.6. So we'll stick with 5, benefit of the doubt. That's 43. So you're looking at like a probably about a 20 to 30% faster load time because you've minified the files. And so that being said, this is one of the main reasons why you want to minify your files. Now, if you don't have a if your plugin or whatever you're using to build your website does not have the ability to minify the files, I use, for at least the JavaScript stuff that I have and the CSS stuff, there's an extension in Visual Studio Code. And so all I got to do is open the command palette and then type in minify, and then it will generate this minified file. And I can do the same thing for my CSS. So if I come over here and do minify, and it'll give it a second. And so as you see here, minified 68% of the original. And so that reduced the amount of bandwidth that it uses. Let me come over to the extensions, and there's a minify extension somewhere in here. Here we go. All right, so minify for VS Code by Hooky QR, downloaded 414,000 times. I haven't seen an update on this recently. It does work fairly well. I haven't had any issues with it. I will say sometimes though HTML files do not do as well, but for the most part, I'm not minifying the HTML files that I'm building because the static site generator has a plugin that will do that for me when it builds out each of the pages, so I don't have to worry about doing that. That being said, that will wrap things up for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have not already, please be sure to subscribe and follow, and give me a thumbs up if you've learned something new about minifying files. As always, new videos each week. Please come back and come back often. Thank you for watching.